morning children. I am Anusha, English teacher of Kakatiya Public School. So today again I am here back with the new grammar topic, that is about clause. So in previous class we have discussed about phrase and also the types of phrases. And today in this class we are going to learn about clause and also the types of clauses. See, See children, what is meant by clause? So clause means nothing but it will have a group of words. It has a group of words and subject verb combination. In phrase what I told, in phrase also it is having a group of words. But in that phrase it is not having a subject verb combination. But in the class it is having a group of words as well as subject verb combination. And next, it has a complete meaning by itself. It has a complete meaning by itself. So whenever we are writing a clause, so it has a complete meaning by itself. But in the phrase, no, it doesn't have a meaning. If you are writing in a sentence, then only that phrase will have a meaning. So there is a difference between the phrase and clause. So clause means what, children? It has a group of words and subject verb combination, and it has a complete meaning by itself. And see the sentence example, children. He plays cricket regularly. He plays cricket regularly. And in this sentence, he is the subject. He is the subject and plays is the verb. Plays is the verb. So in this sentence, we are having a subject and verb. Yes, we are having a subject and verb combination. Next, and in this sentence, it is having a group of words. Yes, this sentence is having a group of words. Next, it has a complete meaning. Yes, this sentence is having a meaning or not, children? Yes, it has a complete meaning by itself. Then what it is, children? Then it is nothing but it is a clause. It is a clause. Understood, children, what is meant by clause? Clause means nothing but it has a group of words and it has a subject verb combination and it has a complete meaning by itself. And this is the example of clause. Next, we learn about the types of clauses. Okay, children. Now, depending on the usage, class is divided into two types. What are they? Independent clause and dependent clause. Let us see, children, what is independent clause. So independent clause is nothing but it is a complete sentence. It is a complete sentence by itself. It does not need any other clause for its existence. Means it has its own sentence and does not depend on any other clause, and it has a meaning. See, you may sit. You may sit. It is an independent clause. Before this, still any sentence is there? No, only three words are there in this. Only it is a simple sentence. What is this? It is a independent clause. You may sit. So what is independent clause, children? It is a complete sentence by itself. It does not need any other clause for its existence. Next, coming into the dependent clause. So what is dependent clause in this? It is having a subject verb combination. It is having what, children? It is having subject and verb combination and no complete thought. No complete thought. It depends on independent clause. Dependent clause will depends on what? Independent clause. See, children, for example, only the sentence is there. You may sit. You may sit. What is this? In the subject is there. What is the subject? You is the subject and sit is the verb. Sit is the verb. So it is what? It is the independent clause. And after that, still some more words are there. What are they? Wherever you like. Wherever you like, you may sit. So it is what? This is the dependent clause. It is the dependent clause and it is the independent clause. Understood, children, what is dependent clause? Dependent clause means nothing but it is having a subject verb combination and it gives us no complete thought and it depends on independent clause, children. See, wherever you like, this dependent clause has been dependent on what? Independent class. This is about independent class and dependent clause. And again, these are divided into three types. What are they? Noun clause, verb clause, and adjective clause. Now we have discussed about dependent clause as well as independent clause. Next, again, what is this, children? Dependent clause is divided into three types. How many types? Three types. What are they? First one is what? Noun clause, and second one is adjective clause, and third one is adverb clause. So let us see what is noun clause. So in this noun clause, it is also having a group of words. In noun clause also it is having a group of words and subject and verb combination. So whenever we are writing a sentence, it will have subject and verb combination. Next, it acts as a noun. It acts as a noun. And see the example, children. I fear that I will fail. I fear that I will fail. So in this sentence, children, I will fail is the clause. I will fail is the clause. And this I is the subject. I is the subject and fail is the verb. So total this clause is acting as a noun for this said word. What is that? Fear. So what is this, children? Now it is a noun clause. Understood, children, what is meant by noun clause? Noun clause is nothing but it is also having a group of words and it is also having a subject and verb combination and it acts as a noun. And this is the example of noun clause. And next we will learn about adjective clause and adverb clause. And next, see, children, next we are going to learn about adjective clause. So what is adjective clause? In this also it is having a group of words. In adjective clause also it is having a group of words and subject and verb combination. Subject and verb combination. It acts as an adjective. It acts as an adjective and it describes about noun. Adjective clause will describes about noun and it is also having a group of words, subject and verb combination and it describes about noun. And see the example, children. The umbrella which has broken handle is mine. The umbrella which has broken handle is mine. So see, children, which has broken handle is a clause. Is the clause, and in this clause it is having a subject and verb. It is having subject and verb, and it is describing about this noun. Umbrella is nothing but it is a noun. Umbrella means it is nothing but it is a noun, and this clause is describing about this noun which has broken handle means it is describing about the umbrella. It is describing about noun. So what is this? It is a adjective clause. Understood, children, what is meant by adjective clause? It is also having a group of words and it is also having a subject and verb combination and it describes about noun. And this is the example of adjective clause. Now we are going to learn about adverb clause. What is the, children? It is nothing but it is the adverb clause. So what is adverb clause? It is also having the same group of words, subject and verb combination and it acts as an adverb. It is also having the same group of words, subject and verb combination and it acts as an adverb. And it modifies verb, adjective or adverb. Nothing but it describes about verb, adjective or adverb. And see the example. There stirred when the evening came. There stirred when the evening came. See, when the evening is nothing but it is a clause and evening is the subject and came is the verb. So totally it is a, the evening came is nothing but totally it is a clause. Totally it is a clause. And in this clause, evening is the subject and came is the verb. And rested is what, children? Rested is nothing but it is the verb. It is the verb. So totally this class is describing about what? About verb. The evening came is nothing but it is a clause and it is describing about this verb. So totally it is what, children? It is a adverb clause. Understood, children, what is meant by adverb clause? It is nothing but it is having a group of words and it is having subject and verb combination and it acts as an adverb. It modifies verb, adjective or adverb. So this is about today's class, types of clauses and also clause. So based on this, I am going to give you the worksheet. Everyone should solve the worksheet. Okay, children, this is today's class worksheet. So we have discussed about clause and also the types of clauses. And see the question, children. Define a clause with an example. Define a clause with an example. Define means nothing but first we have to write the definition of clause. As I told that clause means nothing but it is having a group of words and it is having a subject and verb combination and has a complete meaning by itself. So you need to write a few points of clause with an example. You have to mention one example. And after that, what you have to write? You have to write two sentences. You have to write two sentences of noun clause, adjective clause and adverb clause. So we have discussed what is noun clause and what is adjective clause and what is adverb clause. So for each of these you have to write two sentences. Understood children? Watch the video carefully and solve the worksheet. All the best.